Hi, I'm Scott Coughlin with EM4Fish, and this is EM4Minutes, very brief conversations with fish tech innovators who are working to evolve fisheries management. Our feature article this month, it's August 2025, is written by Jillian Di Maio, Megan Johnston, and Jimmy Freese. They are with Ai.Fish and TeemFish, respectively. I have Jimmy Freese of Ai.Fish here with me today. Thanks for joining me, Jimmy.
Thanks for having me, Scott. Really appreciate it.
You know, this article is a super good one. I think it should be required reading for anybody who's thinking about starting an EM program. The three of you started out with 5 sort of key imperatives, lessons you guys have learned, but a lot of other EM, fish tech folks have learned over the years. What are those 5 key imperatives?
Yeah, so here are the 5 key things we had is number 1 is implementation will be most successful when the program is co-designed with industry. That's really important.
Yeah.
The second one is involving vendors early on in the life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And we found that was very valuable. Number 3, examining program alignment with fleet patterns. Pilot vessels are only helpful if they're representative of typical fishing operations.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4th one is align program objectives and EM program metrics. So get alignment there. And our last one is data. Define data retention and data management expectations up front.
So, and under each of those, of course, you explain in some detail why each of those is so critical. And then you move on in the article to something I think is also really good, which is, more specific, a checklist, if you will. Why don't you talk about that for a sec?
Yeah, so our checklist is extremely helpful. We recommend anybody thinking about doing anything remotely along these lines, take a look at the checklist. And we wanted to put that in to make it pretty clear and easy to follow as to some sort of guidelines as to how you could start your program, stay efficient, and keep your communication open.
Yeah, and the way I think of it in my mind when I read the article is that the imperatives are sort of your strategic level, and the checklist is tactical. It's really a checklist, and that's what they're supposed to be like, right?
Right.
Well, I know between Jillian and Megan and you guys have a lot of. It's still a young industry, but you guys have a lot of miles under your belt already. And with Ai.Fish, your company, you and your partner Justin K have been very busy these last few years adapting AI into this space, and I think pretty much obviously anybody who's going to be building an EM program at this stage needs to be thinking as well about AI. It's not just about cameras and video review, manual video review anymore. It's about speeding things up and getting the costs down. Yeah,
we fully agree.
Yeah.
Which is why we spent a fair amount of time on this. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, thanks again. I want to let everybody know too that if you have a company you'd like to highlight or feature, or a project you're working on you'd like to feature and get across to a broad fish tech audience, get in touch with us at EM4Fish, and we'll be happy to tell the world about what you're doing. Jimmy, thanks again for being here, and I'll be pushing the article out and make sure everybody gets a chance to read it.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, and thanks for all the great work you do.
You bet. We'll see you later.